Hello everybody and welcome to round number 6 of season 2 of the Sunoco Elite Series. We are here once again at Old Spice, has moved from round 4 to round 6, but the action is better than before, and you should prepare yourselves for that. Today we're expecting a very exciting race, 40 laps around this relatively small and tight road course. On the pole today is going to be Lorenzo Log for a good start for Lorenzo Log after winning Landmark Park. Getting the pole here at Old Spice is definitely an up point in his career. Alongside Audra Baranowska's, which is her last race of the season. So after this race, we won't be seeing her anymore. Brock will come back, Mimi will come back, and we'll be good. In row 2 is a big surprise. Trek Tauger in the Trailblazer car for rank C. He sits on row 2 in the 3rd position, had a great qualifying lap. And the Trailblazer cars have been known for not being the fastest around here, but they can conserve their tires like no one else, so prepare for that. Alongside John Arndt, which he's also on a good start here today, looking for his best career finish. In row 3, we have second in points now, James Constantin. After losing his points lead to Fitzwater last race, because Fitzwater got his first career win, but we'll discuss that later. We'll see if Constantin can get back the points lead today, alongside Adam Vincent, the Portland winner. In row 4, we have Annie Thomas, the other female driver, getting her best start of the season on row 4 in 7th position, alongside championship leader and leader of Fitzwater Australia Racing, just got his first career win, Zachary Fitzwater. Back at Las Vegas, we're now here at Old Spice to see if he can match that back-to-back. And in row 5, we have Carson Bowers, who the start of his season 2 has gone horribly, alongside Jeffrey Finguy, who there's a lot of hope going around for him. There's always been hope going around for him for season 2 because of the preseason testing. Not just the recorded ones, but the non-recorded ones were definitely good for Finguy. We'll have to watch him. As usual, the Trailblazer cars are here. You got Benoit Laverne, you got Sean Angel here, and then you're gonna see Gerard, the lowest one, down here. He's all the way back here, looking near the back of the field though, as we're about to go green. No one really got extremely bad qualifying. Turbo isn't that good at road courses, that's why he's back here. Other than that, people got some pretty decent qualifying. No really bad luck other than Karenko, who got a pretty bad qualifying. Was no spins, was just him struggling. He doesn't seem to thrive here. Sorry about that interruption. We had to restack the start after someone blew the engine. But we're back again, and we're going green here at Old Spice. As the start seems to be clean. Yes, the start is clean. As everyone's barreling down, Trek Tauger takes over second for Trailblazer Motorsports. What an amazing effort by Trek Tauger. Fun fact, Trek Tauger is the only person in existence to have won on their debut. Was back in the first main event of Mid-Ohio, where he got that win. Now can he get his second career win? Can he join that elite group? Oh, Vincent hit the wall, and he's going to run really wide. He's going to save it, though. Here's Benoit there, Veen. He started 12th. And he's working with Kyle Collins. Benoit there, Veen, another Trailblazer car. Now being dive bombed by Kyle Collins. And he will be battling for 11th. Gerard Aron's back here. You can see Gerard there. Gerard battling with his teammate, Sean Angel. Sean Angel, the best member of the team, highest in points right now. I believe he is 20th, if I'm correct. And Sean Angel has, even though he is the best of the team in points, he's the only member of the team who in both seasons have never gotten a top 10. Gerard Aron got a top 10. Oh, Benoit in the wall, hard. That's going to drop some positions. He'll still be able to continue, but Gerard got top 10, Benoit got the top 10 at Landmark Park, and the one at Talladega last season where he got second. And obviously Tauger has a win to his name, And Tauger being chased by Konstantin. Second in points. Konstantin got a great start. Dodd started down near, I believe, near the 15th position. He's now passing Carson Bowers for the 7th position. Dodd is really fast on track right now. Oh, this may not end well. The two female drivers have now met up once again. The last time these two met up at Las Vegas, Annie Thomas rear-ended Audrey Branoska's and they went around. There was a talk in the pits between the two. It was not fun. So these two do not have good history. But Konstantin trying to find a way around Trek Tauger, and right now he can't. Here's the trouble though. They need to push Tauger back as far as they possibly can. Because if Tauger's able to do that, everyone else slides in that corner. He does not. The Trailblazer cars don't do that as much. And because of that, they're not wasting their tires as much, and they're also faster. This means they'll be able to go longer, meaning some people will have to make 2 stops, and the Trailblazers will most likely be making 1 stop. Seems that Caldwell had to come into the pits. Vance Caldwell, he is just on an ultra bad luck streak, and it's just not getting any better for Vance Caldwell. As his points position, he was 15th coming in. Right now, he's about to be the first car 1 lap down. Turbo, like I said, Turbo is not a road course guy. He never has been. And so this is kind of expected out of Turbo. Even though this is a road course car, he's never been a road course guy. Ray Hall, Red Stallion. Red Stallion's in an interesting situation here. Because the Red Stallion is just got their lead on Trailblazer and Spark Auto Racing cut in half. It was 400 points, it was halved to 200 points. So, or it was about 300 to 350. It got cut down to 200 after Vegas. If they can't perform well here today, it's going to drop further. Their best member right now, who Monaco has some troubles, their best member right now is Shepard, who just took 24. That's not what they want. Because that's still pretty low. Here's Benoit, who has been dropping little by little. Unlike his teammates, Angel and Iran, who've been staying right where they were before. And Tauger, who's fighting in second for his first podium of the season, for Trailblazer's first podium. They can get a podium, that'll be some nice funding for next season. He just ran Konstantin wide. That'll give Tauger a gap over him. Problem is, though, Tauger's better in the downforce sections than the Toyota, but the Toyota, right here is where he shines, right on these speedway-type corners or straightaways. But as soon as you take to a corner that needs a lot of downforce, Tauger is there, and he is fast around those tight corners. 49, one last time around 49.2, and then 48.770 from Lorenz. Fastest lap on track so far. Roman Real, surprisingly. 48.556, then it's Lorenz, then it's Paul Jackson. Oh, we'll get back to that later. Konstantin, looking. I think he wants to go after Lorenz Log, because Lorenz Log is also in the championship pretty well. Oh, Tauger has been passed. So Tauger wants that position. I think a dive bomb is in order. Right here, this will be probably his only chance. And he won't take it. Konstantin, reigning champion, takes the second position. Fitzwater, barely in the top 10. And right now, Konstantin is smooth sailing. As Fitzwater in that Dodge. The Dodge doesn't perform at a road course. Oh, but there's that strategy that those Trailblazers have, because they're the only ones that can really pull it off well. No sliding in turns 1 and 2. They are saving their tires. I don't think Tauger wants to push. I think he's going to just let him go, because after the pit cycle, Tauger will probably be past Konstantin, because they are just so good after the pit cycle. Not only do they get further, meaning they'll probably need to make one less stop. For some reason, these Trailblazer cars in practice, after they pit once, they got faster. So they're going to get nice and fast after a while. There has been Walla Veravine on his teammate for the That should be the 19th position. Any accidents on track? No. Caldwell remains in last. Dead last. Well, in reality, Rob Mooney's in dead last because, yeah. And HHR has fallen off the pace, has fallen off the points by 200 behind Trailblazer, which is messing up. Spark Auto Racing got past Trailblazer, but because it was on the Speedway. And yeah, you know how Trailblazer is on the Speedway. And now Constantine stepping up his pace to try to catch Lorenz. If Lorenz can pull off his second win of the season, he will be the first person this season to pull off 2 wins in Season 2. Constantine going for that same feat, but Tauger, Arndt, and Annie Thomas trying to interrupt that. Annie Thomas going pretty fast. That 0-1. Oh, that is Bernoska's in the pits. Was there a problem, or is she pitting? We can check on the chase view. I fear. We'll go see if anything happened. No, nothing happened to Bernoska's. She just came in, must have had some damage or... Yeah, that happens sometimes, don't worry about it. But she must have had some damage or a slight mechanical problem. We're not sure on that, but she's about to get lapped now. That puts Caldwell out of last place, I believe. No, Morandi's now in that position. Like we said, Tauger is not in a rush. These Trailblazer cars, they don't need to be in a rush, because this pit cycle is going to turn their whole game around so quickly. This race is a lot shorter than a lot of people think. But look at that. That's what I'm talking about. See, you saw Gerard do it. Gerard was actually spinning, but that's because he's kind of in the middle of traffic right now. So he can't really pull that off too well, but Benoit was able to pull it off beautifully. And because of that, he's going to get past. And his teammate Sean Angel up in the 15th position. They have 2 cars in the top 15. But Tauger on the podium. If Tauger can stay on the podium, the celebration in the garage will be magnificent for Trek Tauger, because that'll be 90 points. 90 points for Trek Tauger. No, 85. 85 points for Trek Tauger and Trailblazer Motorsports just with Tauger alone, along with the other guys back here who are still all 3 in a points-paying position, especially they're all in the top 20. So their points are absolutely incredible right now. Oh, in a 3-wide situation through this quarter, I believe the middle line is the preferred. Because once you get out of here, that way outside line is going to come into play. And Pericles in a wall. Yep, called it. You don't want to be on the outside in a 3-wide situation there. That's exactly what happens. But Pericles coming back strong. Wow. Impressive. Now Angel's got to get past Roush, Jackson, Vincent, Rowe, and Collins if he wants to crack the top 10. Arndt right now is in his best career finish, which is a 4th. His one before this was Weimar Park this season, which he got a 5th. So he's able to pull a 4th. That'd be good for his career and his team. Right now he's the highest ranked team playing, with his teammate Jeffrey Finguy not far behind. Fitzwater and Carson Bowers, though, for Dodges, they're holding up pretty well in the top 10. They're 8th and 9th at the moment. That could change. And Pinocchio Young going on Sean Angel for the 15th position. It's not what Trailblazer wants to see. But now they have Angel and Benoit in a train. Like I said, Angel's never gotten a top 10 in his career. There they go. There's that beautiful line they take when they're wasting hardly any tires through there, when a lot of other people are wasting a little bit more tires. Here's the thing. We're on lap 14, where we are now. This is when the people who have pushed and waste all their tires, this is when they come in. Or the people with damage. We usually see that around this time. Not what we thought would happen. Okay. Everyone chooses to go against the predicted strategy for some people, as no one will take that line. interesting. To say the least, that is interesting. Fastest lap so far. Now back to Lorenzo Log. Didn't pull it recently, but it was a 48.527. He was the team leader at Clover Haas because he beat all of his other teammates at this track, and it's showing the experience at Old Spice now. He's now in the first position and gaining on Constantine. 49.5 though, that might be a problem. 49.5 as well. 49.9. 49.8 they're gaining on Tauger. Once again, here's that long line. Young now challenging Scott Roush. Pinocchio Young right now is the highest ranked rookie of the season so far. He sits, I believe, 9th in points. So, Pinocchio Young right now in a nice position in points. He's right now in the Rookie of the Year position, which having Rookie of the Year Season 2 on your reputation is big. On your resume. And I think there they are. Lap 16 is when it happened. The people who pushed their tires too much. Anderson's in. Monaco's in. What about Tauger's still alive, Constantine's still alive, and Lorenzo's still alive. So these three still have their tires in this game. Alive, I meant the tires. Dodd was able to pass his former teammate, Arndt. He started near the top 15. A lot of people predicted Dodd to be good. But he's already up into the 4th position on lap 17. Could he win this race? He's 4th in points. Now you're probably going to see maybe a few more people pit, not many. I don't think you'll see those Trailblazers in. Nope. I think those Trailblazers are going to be a few more laps, 3 or 4. Or maybe even 5. Monaco's got lots of damage. We'll see if anything happened to Monaco. Okay, now Monaco got that damage a long time ago. Too far long ago to go back to. Well, Lorenzo Law continues to lead. It's 4.22 seconds over Constantine. Then another 2 seconds over Trick Tauger. Then another 2 seconds over Dodd. And it cycles back from there. We'll go check on Sean Angel again. We expect some things out of these Trailblazer cars. Right now, it's only Tauger. Something that surprises me is that we're actually seeing some good progress out of some of these Epic Motorsports and some of the Dodges of Fitzwater Australia Racing. We expected these guys to be more near the back because they're in manufacturers that do not excel on road courses. But there is theories going around that Toyota will be stepping up its road course performance next season and try to ditch the Speedway. And Tauger didn't go in. I don't expect Benoit or Angel to. Or Benoit's already been in. That's weird. I expected Benoit to stay out. Tauger stayed. I expected that. Oh, now Constantine's got the line going. Oh, but there you go. Even though it was slight, that little slide out of Dodd is going to waste that tire just a little bit more. Which will cause him to slow just a little bit more. Tauger just trying to last it out until the pit stops. He's at lap 20. This is the delta that you would need to be able to make it to the end. But they're going to stay out again. Pericles is in. There's Benoit, now a lap car. Angel. Angel choosing to stay out. We're actually highly surprised that Benoit came in that early. Maybe there's some split strategy on track. Maybe this could be a strategy. And Dodd is slow! There is something wrong with Chris Dodd's Chevy machine. Was there contact? Dodd would have a terrific day so far, and he'd be catching the back of Trek Tauger, and it looked like he would be coming out of the last corner and would try to shift, and the shift wouldn't go through. He missed his shift. RPMs would go too high, and Dodd would blow the engine. Chris Dodd, having such a good day at the beginning of the day, will have his day go down. Horrible luck for Chris Dodd. That was the 4th place car. This gives Tauger a little bit of a gap. Konstantin is in. Tauger's in. Okay, this is where it all comes into play. Collins is in. Is anyone going to stretch? Will anyone decide to? No, 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 no. Yes! Torres stretches. Karanko stretches. Paulson's in. Trainer's in. Smith is in. Monaco's in. Sunoco stretches. Alright. Watching the exit of pit road. There's Torres, new leader. Lorenzo Log, we all expected him to be the first one out. Konstantin's second one out. And Tauger, once he gets through this pit stop, his speed is going to go up. It's time for Trek Tauger to start putting it on. Because even though Trek Tauger did not jump anyone, he actually had a relatively slow pit stop. He probably doesn't mind this too much, because he's fast. Angel, not too good of a pit stop either. And while there, Dean coming out, I hear a lot of people coming through. Monaco Smith. Those Trailblazer cars did not get good pits. Oh, 3 wide. Pericles, Young, and Rowe. 2 rank Bs versus a rank A. But the rank A is stuck on the outside. Oh, right in the wall. Rowe. That's not going to be good for his day at all. Dodd still in the pits. And Tauger is still 3rd. Now is when these Trailblazer cars start to slide. You might be wondering, why are they sliding now? Because now they're pushing. Now that they've gotten out of these pit stops, they're pushing now, and the more they push, the more they'll slide. But the more they'll slide, they'll still be pretty fast, because they're Hondas. But the Ford of Jeffrey Finguy closing in for that podium. Dodd is getting tires. He's going to be coming back out. Good job, Dodd. Oh, Finguy closes. Tauger needs to get those tires warm, and he needs to start getting a gap. It takes about a lap. A lap or 2. I think I heard... No, that wasn't Dodd. Look at that, right back where he started. And Dodd will come out 2 laps down. Skipping ahead just a little bit. As we now look back up, the move was made on Tauger. There may be something wrong with Tauger. He is not as fast as we originally anticipated he would be out of that pit cycle. The Trailblazer cars were predicted to be the fastest cars on track once we got out of that pit cycle, but right now it is just not showing. Oh, and Arndt's going to be able to probably get the move. No, Tauger's going to fight it back. Tauger versus Arndt for the 4th position. Tauger's going to run it deep into the corner, and he'll keep the position. There he goes. He just gained 5/10 on his last lap. Maybe those tires are finally warming up, and maybe a chance that Tauger could get that position back from Finguy and start to hunt after Konstantin, but Konstantin is still really far. They're running 48s. Finguy's running 48s. Arndt is right on the back of Tauger. Tauger. He would get the first top 5 finish for Trailblazer this season. And he'd do it with the same scheme that close to the same scheme that he did last season, except the number isn't there anymore. The number's now the number 5. That Xbox number 5 car being chased by John Arndt, veteran John Arndt, in that Reddit number 37 car. He's carried Reddit with him through teams, because Reddit is always stuck with John Arndt. And the Reddit power is helping, but now, that's what happened to Constantine when he was chasing Tauger. He would run wide. And now Tauger's in the 49-1s. Tauger's starting to speed up a little bit, as Morandi is starting to hold up Finn Guy, who just pulled the second fastest lap. Tauger and Arndt could start chasing after Finn Guy now. Where is the other Trailblazer cars? Are they even in the same positions? No, Angel's getting faster. There they go. They're starting to accelerate now. Benoit's in the 49.5s. He's starting to climb his way through the top 20 now. And Gerard's in 22nd. This is still a good run out of the Trailblazer cars, compared to Red Stallion, which I don't think Red Stallion has any relevance up here. No, Red Stallion's having an atrocious day. Oh, Arndt hits the wall trying to pass Tauger, and he will drop back. That'll give Tauger a nice gap. And now he can start focusing on catching Finn Guy. But he's still running 49.6s when Finn Guy is running 48.8s, Constance's running 49.1s, and Lorenz is stuck in traffic. Could Finn Guy win this race? Oh, if Lorenz hits this wall, this will not be good. That'll catch Constantine right up to the back. Oh, he taps it. That was a slight tap. You could hear it just barely. But it was there. You heard the tap. And now Fitzwater's been gaining positions. He's up in 6th trying to keep his points lead. Very far. Fitzwater's points lead is amazing right now. How large it is after that race. It was 77 after that. Tauger has a perfect opportunity. He could dive on Morandi. But he's not. I don't know why he's not, but he's not. Oh, he's going to dive here. Right down the inside of Morandi. He's going to try an outside move. This is risky, but if he's able to pull this off, he'll get a nice runaway from Arndt. If he can pull this off correctly. He did not. Here comes John Arndt. Oh. Tauger tried a risky move on the lap car. It didn't work. And Fitzwater dive bombs. Fitzwater's on a move as he gets past Trek Tauger and pushes Tauger outside the top 5. Oh, Tauger's got to be heated now. He can't be happy about that. I'm sure I wouldn't be. I'm almost certain that I would not be happy right now. And I can almost guarantee that Tauger isn't happy. Oh, but now Arndt trying the same thing. But he gets around him. That's the move he was trying to make. Risky, but it can work. Ooh, but he's getting a draft from the lap car, the Red Stallion lap car. As long as he doesn't dive bomb him, which he will. I was about to say, if he didn't dive bomb him, he could have helped Tauger there. But then again, that's a Trailblazer. Red Stallion does not want to help Trailblazer. They're rival teams right now, and they need as much as possible. Because the first Red Stallion car down the list... God, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20... 21, 22, 23, 24, 25th. They are having one of the worst days possible for their team. And now Dodd. The lap car Dodd being passed by Angel. This gives Angel a clear shot at DeMax. Will we have any pit takers? Here's another question. Oh, Tauger getting back his positions. But the Dodge power down the straightaway. Tauger has got to be really frustrated right now. He is just not finding the speed. As radio transmission from Trek Tauger. More power, more power. Tauger does not have the power he wants in that car. And Trailblazer is maybe looking at a worst case scenario. But back at the front, actually there is a battle starting to brew. Lorenzo Log versus James Constantin. The reigning champion versus the Lime Rock Park and Paris winner. These are both part of a different elite group who have won in both seasons. That including these two, Roman Rahal, Adam Vincent. I believe those are the ones. If I'm wrong on that, you can correct me. But those are 4 people who have won in both seasons. Incredible to think about. Yeah, only 4 people have won in both seasons. That's amazing. We've only seen one new winner this season, and that was Fitzwater last week at Las Vegas. And Fitzwater looking good right now. He's looking decently strong. And now Collins has caught Tauger. The day is going downhill, and the downhill slope continues for Trek Tauger. Here comes Kyle Collins. This turns from a very upbeat day to a day that is going slowly but surely downhill. He must pick up his pace if he wants any chance. And at all costs, he cannot pit. Pitting would be absolute worst case scenario. With the position his teammates are in, pitting would be worst case scenario. But Angel did get around DeMax. That gets another position and more points for Trailblazer. So watch Collins. Collins needs to start working better lines. That's what he's starting to do now. And now over the radio to Tauger, they're telling him push, push, push. They're trying to get a gap. Trying to just secure 6th. Even though it won't be a top 5, a 6th position for Trailblazer is still their best performance thus far this season. All they got to do is hold on. Actually, no, Gerard at Landmark Park, I believe, got a 6th as well, didn't he? So Tauger would be tying it, which is still great for that team. Back up at the front, though. The battle continues. Constantin right on the back of Lorenz. And we're coming up to 3 laps to go. Can Constantin get it done? Lorenz is a very conservative guy. He's not a person who's too aggressive with the lap cars. He's been working, especially with Vance Caldwell. He'll try to dive bomb here. The reason for that is he wants to get around him as fast as possible, because no matter how calm you are, when you see the reigning champion in your rearview mirror, you start running. Not only that, but Finn Guy is caught as well. Folks, we have a battle on our hands. Lorenzo Log, 3 laps to go, trying to keep the gap away. Trying to keep away from him. Back up Trek Tauger, being challenged by Kyle Collins. This could be it for Kyle Collins. Team best day. As the train of Carson Bowers. Oh, Carson's going to go up on the outside. He's going to try to help Tauger a little bit. Maybe these guys have been trying to separate from Collins this whole time, and he just won't let them. Now they got him line on the inside, helping Tauger. There goes Trek Tauger back for the position. And he's still in the great position he wanted to be in. 3 wide! That was an amazing move by Kyle Collins. There's contact! The battle is heating back here as well. We're going to check back up with the guys at the front. Lorenz has put a separation. Can he get it done? None of these guys up here are pitting. If Fitzwater pits, that could get bad for his career. It won't. Tauger needs to stay out. Not only does he need to stay out, but he needs to just stay calm. Okay, he did not pit. Angel did not pit. Vincent did. That's going to be another spot for Benoit. Benoit did not pit. And now Gerardo Ron challenging Josh Trainer. Lorenzo Log. It doesn't look like Constantine's going to be able to file a challenge. He got the pole. He was able to get a small gap because of the fighting with Trek Tauger behind. Constantine almost recovered it. He almost did, but it just wasn't enough. And Lorenz Log is going to take his second win of the season. And he's going to win at Old Spice. It's going to be Constantine taking second, Thin Guy taking his career best third, Fitzwater fourth, Arndt fifth, and Trek Tauger will pull out a sixth for Trailblazer. 7th Collins. 8th Roush. 9th for Paul Jackson. 10th for Annie Thomas. Where did those Trailblazers end up? Angel ends up 12th. An amazing performance out of Angel. And Benoit was able to recover his way almost into the top 15 as all 4 Trailblazers finish in the top 20. What a confidence booster for that team. Even after Tauger's day was going downhill, he finished with a team best this season, a 6th. Let's go look at your finishing results. So Lorenzo Long, the Filipino driver, takes his 3rd career win and ties Philip Scott for the 2nd most wins. Constantine, good performance in 2nd. That's going to gain some points on Fitzwater. Thin Guy will take 3rd. Fitzwater will take 4th. John Arndt will tie his best performance in 5th. Tauger will tie his team's best performance this season in 6th. Collins 7th. Roush 8th. Jackson will take 9th after a day. He's still able to come out with the top 10. And Annie Thomas in her best finish in her first top 10. Notable names down here. There's a few that retired. Caldwell. Bad day for Caldwell. It just did not go well. Dodd was having such a good day. Was in 4th place when the gearbox died. They tried to get it fixed, tried to get him back out there before the race end. They did, but he still just couldn't recover. Ray Hall. Red Stallion had a horrible day, and that's not what they wanted in this situation. Looking up Paulson, another top 20 for Paulson. So proud of him. He pretty much is carrying HHR, and now they're finally going to get their 4th member back. Josh Trainer gets 17th career best finish for, I believe that's the career best finish for Spark Auto Racing. They had a good day. Lots of people had a good day today, but the person who had the best one, Lorenzo Log and Clever Hosh, will be celebrating today. They take it at Old Spice. Next time, we're going to Grand Detour, the first and only known short track on the schedule, where we expect dominance out of Tommy Turbo. So keep your eye on Tommy Turbo for that race. Until next time, guys. Ciao.